Will you raise your right hand, Mr. President, and repeat after me? I, George Walker Bush.
I, George Walker Bush.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will to the best of my ability.
And will to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And slowly you come to realize it's all as it should be.
And you said within the law, and yet you admitted that there were these CIA secret facilities. Okay?
So what? Why is that not within the law?
The head of Amnesty International says secret sites are against international law.
Well, we just disagree with him.
You can only do so much.
I'm saying to you, we're listening to Al-Qaeda if they're calling in this country, and some people want to get rid of that program. We had walls that did not allow criminal investigators and intelligence forces to talk to each other. We've eliminated the laws.
If you're game enough, you could place your trust in me.
Whatever we have done is legal. That's what I'm saying. It's in the law. We had lawyers look at it and say, Mr. President, this is lawful. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to tell you specifically what's done because I don't want the enemy to adjust. We're at war. This is people that want to come and kill your families. And the best way to protect you is to get information. And I'm confident the American people understand why we've done that. You see, we've acted on information they've given us to prevent attacks. And these are real. This isn't make-believe. These are attacks that were coming to hurt the American people again.
For the love of life, there's a trade-off.
The enemy's got a powerful tool, that is to get on your TV screen by killing innocent people. And my job is to continue to remind the people it's worth it. We're not going to retreat hastily. You know, we're not going to pull out there before the job is done, and we've got a plan for victory.
But they're not just unsettled, sir. They disapprove of the job you're doing.
That's unsettled.
We could lose it all, but we'll go down fighting.
First of all, I disagree with your assertion of unchecked power. Hold on a second, please. There is the check of people being sworn to uphold the law, for starters. To say unchecked power basically is ascribing some kind of dictatorial position to the president, which I strongly reject.
If this were a dictatorship, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. Just so long as I'm the dictator.
Yes, 今この世界でわかることいつまで
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number 322.
First of all, he's not the nominee, and look, I look forward.
Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
If you did, what would you do?
Well, I don't plan on losing. I've got a vision for what I want to do for the country. See, I know exactly where I want to lead.
Yes, あなたの瞳の優しさを信じて
Water shall have its will of name, leave no care, and all the wind victory with thy ducks. Fill fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, this summer sets us free.
Make it home.
Most people don't know that the Order of Skull and Bones at Yale is simply one chapter in a larger global organization known by many as the Illuminati. Its symbol is a skull and crossbones and the number 322. Skull and Bones is the name used by the uninitiated or non-members. The true name of the organization is the Order of Death. Adolf Hitler belonged to the Thule Society as well as the Thule Society. Both groups trace their lineage back to the Order of Death, founded in 1776 in Ingolstadt University in Bavaria, Germany. Then, of course, it spread to the U.S. with the founding of Skull and Bones. President Taft was a prominent member of Skull and Bones, and in 1900, he became the first president to visit Bohemian Grove in Northern California, a satellite of Skull and Bones. The Internal Annals of the Bohemian Grove, a publication only given to members. And in it, we see pictures of George W. Bush and his father, Newt Gingrich, all of these different famous individuals there at the Grove. Walter Cronkite, Jimmy Carter, Jack Kemp, Richard Milhouse Nixon. For 3 generations, the Bushes have been members of Skull and Bones. And for 3 generations, they've traveled to Northern California and the Bohemian Grove. There are many prominent foreigners, like German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt, Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon are pictured here. Schwarzenegger is a reported visitor, as well as former President Jimmy Carter. The Grove is dominated by Republicans, but the Grove has its share of high-powered Democrats as well.
Then there's Bill Clinton, a frequent attendee. The entire federal government at the highest levels is infested with Bohemian Club members. America's private run-for-profit Federal Reserve Bank, from its very inception in 1913, has been run by prominent members of the Bohemian Club.
Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove details how world leaders from across the planet meet every July and actually engage in mock human sacrifices to the Canaanite deity Moloch. They bring a bound body in an effigy of a child and sacrifice it to the idol. And incredibly, most of those in attendance are our supposed Christian conservative leaders. There are 3 major icons used in the cremation of care ritual. Moloch, the owl idol, the curved staff carried by the high priest, and the eternal flame lamp, the Arabian-style lamp, which the priest uses to ignite his torch, which he then uses to burn the human effigy Care. I was able to get out of the cult compound with this program cover from the cremation of Care. And right on the front, where a child would be burned, they had photoshopped in the image of a skeleton burning in the flames. Here is a November 1989 issue of Spy magazine. The Grove released photos of themselves dancing around dressed like women. And in the article, they admit that they do mock human sacrifices. The article went on to show artist renditions of the Moloch idol, as well as discussing how they bus in male prostitutes and how AIDS was a big problem. Then a New York Post article in July of 2004 reported how a top gay porn star serviced the moguls at the Bohemian Grove. What purpose does this all serve, having world leaders congregate and engage in an ancient Canaanite ritual of mock child sacrifice? It's a way of binding them together. If your neighbor was engaging in mock human sacrifices to Moloch, the demon idol that was worshipped all over the Mediterranean and the Middle East, would you let that neighbor walk your dog or house sit, or how about babysit your children, or be in control of the nuclear launch codes? Well, let me give you a revelation. They are in control of the national deficit, of Congress, of your bank account, of your local police department. And they see you as cattle, as their slaves. Their religion is the science of sophistry, the science of the con artist, the science of the despot, the dictator, the tyrant, the controller, the charlatan, the liar. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. They are parasites. They are anathema to free, dynamic human societies. Know your enemy. Stand up for love and life and family, and resist the New World Order and the Babylonian slave state our enemies are attempting to construct.